I've never personally been verbally abused, but I've seen it happen.
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have.
I have been verbally abused.
There was this one time, and I'm not really proud of it. My high school was very stereotypical, and in the lunchroom, we had lunch tables where all of the cheerleaders sat, and where all of the jocks sat, where all of the drama kids sat, where all of the nerds sat, and the lunch table that I sat at, there was a group of nerds, I guess you could say, that sat next to us, and I hate to admit that, like, when verbal abuse was happening from the people who I sat with at lunch, I kind of joined in, and I feel really bad about it now, but I just thought that it was just us playing around. I didn't think that they would ever take it personally.
Back when I was younger, just before high school, I was a little bit more uncoordinated, and I noticed my friends liked to play basketball a lot, and they would play in the driveway, and I couldn't exactly keep up with them. They were a couple years older than me and much better, and so because I kind of held down the game by not being as good as them, they didn't exactly like some of the things that I would do, and they would tell me that I'm terrible or I don't belong playing with them, but at the same time they would invite me back because I made even numbers for games and made it possible to play.
Yes, I remember a time when someone very significant in my life just kept putting me down, telling me I wasn't good enough and that I wouldn't amount to anything in my life, and that, like, saying I wasn't good enough in all areas. This abuse affected me. Now looking back on it, I think it affected me in a positive way. I can say that I'm a stronger person because of it, but at the time when it happened, it completely tore me down and I hit rock bottom, and instead of, like, dwelling in that rock bottom, I decided to better myself through it. So it was a positive thing for me, but I know that it can really hurt other people and them not ever getting out of rock bottom because of verbal abuse.
Some verbal abuse because I think we think some people are of less value than other people, and I think we kind of say that's an okay thing in our society. So I also think sometimes we kind of use abuse as a way to kind of minimize people, and I think there are people we just say, oh, they're not as important as other people, so we use abuse as a way to minimize groups, and then we often don't speak out for those groups. So that's why I think we accept verbal abuse, is because we just don't value all people the same. Thanks.